What's going on? What's going on? What is going on, party people? It's your boy, Coach D Brown, former big leaguer, former first round pick with the Kansas City Royals. Give me all this news that I can with the youth baseball space, helping kids get maximum exposure in and around the country, and helping kids get into schools. Holler at me if you need any help. Speaking of this max exposure, um, I've been blessed to meet this hot young coach, man, doing his thing over there back in the summertime. Joined me on the show. Came back a second time around. He's come to my showcases already. And man, he took over a program that hasn't had a program in 60 years, if I'm not mistaken. Um, Recruited, done his thing, started it up. Now them boys is out there running and gunning, literally out there on the field, and it's taking this college baseball world by storm, making it look easy out here in these streets, man. So without further ado, I'm joined by Xavier University out there in New Orleans, head coach Adrian Holloway. Coach Holloway, what's good with your family?
Hey, what's good, man? How you doing, man?
Good to see you, my guy. I know we had a little. I hope everybody come on. I know we had a little time difference thing that always happens over there. I figured that's what it was, but it's all good, man. Everybody else will be joining in, man, shortly. But man, coach, man, what's good, man? Listen, I know we're gonna talk about the season. I'm excited to hear about what you're doing down there. But for it may be some listeners that haven't heard from you and when you came on last time. So if you could, man, just kind of give a little rundown, man. Where you from? How'd you get to the head coaching position at Xavier University?
All right. But yeah, man, I played college baseball at Alabama State University, and went into corporate world working a little bit, and got back into baseball, and started out at Selma University in my hometown of Selma, Alabama. I was there for 6 years, where we had six consecutive winning seasons. We won over 100 games, um, six consecutive national tournament appearances, uh, three small college World Series appearances, one Final Four appearance. We produced 11 All Americans in those 6 years. In 2017, I won National Coach of the Year for the National Christian College Athletic Association, and we sent about seven guys on to independent minor league baseball, and just was able to get my feet wet in the college baseball world during those 6 years, and it prepared me for what we're doing now here at Xavier. Basically, relaunching baseball here for the first time since 1960, and we're off to a pretty good start, man. We're leading the NAIA in stolen bases per game. Our center fielder Coco Seminole was leading the nation in stolen bases per game. My third baseman Jose Fulgencio was number three in the nation. Um, we got a freshman first baseman Dylan Kuzan, who's leading the nation in fielding percentage. Um, we just been blessed to have some early success here, man. Just hit the ground running with recruiting aggressively, recruiting everywhere. Um, just trying to build a solid program that can last and be strong here for years to come.
Man, I love it, man. You saying recruiting aggressively. I want to hear like how was it easy, tough to sell a program that hasn't had a program in 60 years? Like how I mean, like for you to get kids to come and buy in, that has to be a testament to you. Um, because it's not like you inherited no players, you know what I'm saying, right? So you gotta just bring in kids. So how tough was that? And where are your kids coming from?
Yeah, man, it was kind of tough on some of the kids. Um, you we just had to sell what we've done in the past. At my last university with those kids and parents, but for the most part, man, it was an easy sell because Xavier, as you know, is a very prestigious academic institution, is well known across the world for producing African American doctors and pharmacists. Anything math and science, this school is known for being one of the best in the world. Uh, so for the kids that and the parents that take academics serious, especially the academics first kids, it was a real easy sell. Then we're here in the beautiful city of New Orleans. And so, it wasn't a bad sell. It wasn't a hard sell for the most part on the recruiting trail. Um, and we're getting kids from everywhere. Actually, we got about 13, 14 different states represented. We have kids from, of course, all the Southeast, Florida, Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, Tennessee, Texas. Uh, we have a kid from Hawaii. We have a kid from Pennsylvania. We have a kid from Maryland. We have a kid from Michigan. We have kids from Puerto Rico and Dominican Republic also.
You worldwide, like you ain't playing out there, coach. You know what I'm saying? You ain't man. So you over there, you Dominican, Hawaii. Lord have mercy. All right. So man, so when you're building a new program, obviously there's anxieties. Man, how am I gonna come out? What is my competition like? All of these things. But when you putting these rosters together and you bringing these kids on here, did you know? You know what I'm saying? What you had?
Yeah, man, I kind of did. Like I said, been around the block a few times at Selma University on the small college scene. Um, I kind of had an idea what I was facing, the opponents that I would be facing. A lot of opponents I had already faced in previous years. So I was familiar with a lot of the opponents. If I wasn't familiar with them, I kind of at least knew a little bit about them, just from being in the region. Uh, but yeah, so we kind of knew what we had. I had a good idea of what I wanted to put together, and the type of program I wanted to build. And God is good. He blessed me to be able to build that program, get the type of players that we were looking for, and so it's not a surprise to us the success we've having. I tell people all the time, this was the goal, this was the dream, this was the mission, and God is good. He's blessed us to accomplish it. The thing is surprising is the amount of media attention that we have got, and that has been a pleasant surprise. That has been a blessing to our program and the university.
Speaking of coverage, I mean, I know you guys do a pretty good job, at least from what I see on Facebook. But why is it just the excitement in and around the New Orleans area, on a nationwide scale of is it, you think the winning aspect of it is just the fact that obviously that has something to do with it, but is it just because Xavier University is kind of like, a pretty prestigious academically? That's what I was known it for the medical side of things. And I ain't even into academics. I knew that. You know what I'm saying? So is it that, like, what do you think of the media coverage is? It is what it is coming from.
Man, it's a combination of all of that. For number one, the city of New Orleans is a baseball town. It's a baseball city. People here love baseball. It's a lot of baseball talent here. You have a very strong Catholic league here with the high schools, that produces a lot of talent every year. A lot of these kids from the Catholic league here, they go on to Power Five, Division I institutions, great JUCOs. You have some draft picks that come from this area. So, it's a baseball rich area, man. The people love baseball here. And then to top it off with it being Xavier, with people having the love and respect for Xavier to top that off. And then, we're winning. We're having some success early. And I think that's all playing a big part in the media attention that we have gotten.
I know that was very important, man. Let me give a shout out to people listening in. What's up, Bubba out there in Bama? Cynthia out there in Louisiana. Keisha, what's up? Dallas, Texas in the house. Tia, what's going on? H-Town in the house. All right. I can't wait to see them play. Hey, coach, will you have cancer summer? Daniel Watson. I'm going to get to that question. I'm going to ask him right now. Where can we get the Exula baseball? I ain't going to lie, coach. I'm going to be honest with you, man. Hey, I saw you rocking when you came to the showcase a little bit, but when I saw it like in person and what I see on Facebook, oh, I ain't gonna lie, I was gonna make it a point to say what's up. You know what I mean about those, from who picked that up. So we're gonna talk about that. Alumni
Yeah.
behind you, Kevin and Amber. Out in Oklahoma, kiddo class of 2023 really wants to play ball there in Louisiana. So we got some Oklahoma kids out here talking about Xavier, man. So I'm gonna give um, Coach Holloway info at sometime in the middle to the end of this showcase where you guys can do all the videos and you guys know how I do. So um, let's Taurus, what's up, baby? All right, Alabama in the house. Jansen was good. Michigan in the house. All right, Crystal, have you filled your 2022 class? I'm gonna get to those questions. All right, let's start it from the beginning, Coach. What's good? Can't wait to see. Bubba asks, have you gotten any kids out of the Montgomery, Alabama area? That's your old stomping grounds, is right, Coach?
Yes, sir. That's my second home, baby. I'm from Selma, Alabama, representing. I'm a Bama boy through and through, baby. Uh, love my hometown of Selma, man. It's contributed to the man I am today. So yeah. I got lots of love for Montgomery. I went to Alabama State University there. Lived there for a few years, even after college. So Montgomery is a second home. Always has a special place in my heart. And so, of course, I have some Montgomery boys. Uh, yeah, I have Jeremy Morris on my roster. He's been with me for about 3 years now. He started out with me at Selma University. So, yeah, I definitely have a Montgomery guy here, and looking to bring more in the future. So Montgomery, y'all got some of that top talent down there, man. Send them my way.
All right. Daniel says, um, Bubba, I'm sorry. I know I could have posted your thing. I know you got on me the other day about that. But hey, Coach, will you have camps this summer?
Unfortunately, we won't have camps this summer. It all going to depend on how this COVID stuff plays out. Our athletic director has really been playing it safe with different COVID restrictions and trying to respect that aspect. And as far as the city mandates. So I don't know. Right now, I'm gonna say we won't have camps this summer, but who knows? Well, who knows what will transpire from now until June? So we may have some camps this summer. That was our plan initially, to start our camps and everything this summer, um, but we didn't know this COVID thing would still be lingering around like it is. So just got to play it safe. Keep everybody protected and safe, man. But you know, uh, there's a good chance though we might have some camps this summer. So don't give up hope yet. We might bring some your way.
All right. Speaking of the camps, man, I'm gonna get to your questions, but let's go into the facility aspects, man. Because you got a nice setup over there, man. So talk a little bit about your facilities out there, Xavier, before I start hitting these other questions that's coming.
Yeah. Yeah, man, we've been blessed, man, to have this great partnership with Major League Baseball and Eddie Davis, the director over there at the MLB Academy here. Our guy Mooney over there. Those guys are pretty much a vital part of what we're doing as far as facilities. They open it up for us for practices, for games. So it's a great facility. We get to utilize an indoor hitting facility. They have the track man, the fungo man that so we don't have to swing fungos all day every day. Um, and you have an indoor facility and an outdoor hitting cage as well. And the stadium is all turf. It's a nice stadium with a cover over it. So fans can enjoy a game in the shade. And
Mm.
man, I mean, it's just a great facility. You can't ask for a better facility for small college baseball. I tell you, I say we probably have one of the best facilities in all of NAIA baseball, with this partnership with Major League Baseball to allow us to play at that facility. Man, it's been a blessing. It's been great for recruiting. The guys love to get out there and go to work on it every day. And shoot, I love showing up to work every day, man. It's been definitely a blessing.
Are you practicing there too?
Yes.
Nice. And how far is that from the campus?
About 12 minutes.
Nice, nice.
Yeah.
All right. Mark was good. All right, I'm gonna ask Coach, man. Here it is. Where can we get some of that Zula baseball gear, man? You know what I'm saying?
Check the website, zulagold.com. I know we are in the works of getting the jerseys and the hats and stuff posted to go on sale. If they're not on there yet, they will be there soon. And we're working on getting some stuff in the bookstore as well, man. Our athletic director is is working on some other ways to get some gear out to fans. Because yeah, we've been getting hit with that a lot. A lot of fans and alumni, they want to support. You know what I mean? And I must say, you know, I am grateful. We are blessed to have all this support that we're getting from our alumni community and just the New Orleans community and people around the country, you know, period. You know, we've got a lot of support, man. It's been great. It's been awesome. It just made this transition, man, and this startup a very smooth transition, man. It's been a great thing, man. And, you know, again, I can't thank the alumni enough. Thank you all. You guys are truly a representative of why Xavier is so great and what makes Xavier so special. The alumni community is one of the best I've ever seen.
All right, excuse me. All right, cool. Um, Crystal says, "Have you?" I already read Kevin Amber about the Oklahoma kid, the 2023. All right. He'll be at the showcase, and I know we're gonna try to get you on that live stream, coach. Like I've been reaching out and see what you got. If you got time, one of y'all. Have you filled your 2022 class positions yet?
No, I haven't. We're still working on that class, and we're not full.
All right. Herman, what up? Texas in the building. All right, Marty. This is. I'm gonna let Coach ask this. Even he ain't necessarily D1, but he can ask this and answer this for Marty over here. What up, coaches? When can D1 start recruiting in person?
Um, the D1s, I'm not sure because they
Yeah,
have a quiet period.
yeah,
They
they
have a
got
quiet period where they can't contact.
right.
I don't want to give the wrong information, but it is definitely a quiet period for D1s. I don't want to give you the wrong information, so I would just you can look it up. It's on the NCAA site. You can just look it up, and there you'll see all the information you need as far as recruiting rules, all that stuff. Yeah, just look up on the NCAA site. But
Well, it's
yeah,
normally junior year, right? I mean, that's what it is. Normally, I know they can reach out to you as a junior year.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah, they can start in junior year, and then it's a quiet period. I want to say around September. Yeah, but they can start actively recruiting you your junior year for NCAA D1s. But before as our level in association, the NAIA, because we're NAIA Division 1 school, so we have no quiet period, no dead period. We can start recruiting you as soon as you can walk. So, you know, you got a ninth grader, 10th grader that projects well, we can check them out.
all right, coach. I see you working, man. All right, all right. What else, Shantae? Shantae says, love to hear about all the recruiting from all the HBCUs, but it isn't often I hear about HBCUs recruiting heavily from the West Coast, the left coast, the best coast. All right. Can you talk about that specifically from Zula and in general, D? All right. I got you, Shantae. I know that's right. You're gonna make sure you get that left coast out there. You know, it's a lot of love out there for y'all, man. It's a lot of love out there. But anyway, coach, talk about why you ain't out there in Cali, man.
Actually, I have been hitting the Cali scene for a few years now. My issue, well, my dilemma that I've had recruiting the Cali kids, I guess, is the distance.
Mm.
So I guess I haven't run across those kids that want to come to the South because we actually actively heavily recruited 2 kids this past year from Los Alamitos. Um, we were heavy on those guys, and
Mm.
one decided to go to a JUCO. I don't know what happened to the other, but yeah. And in the years past, we reached out to California kids when I was in Alabama. You know, I don't know. And this I guess the distance. I don't know. But I'm definitely looking for West Coast kids. You know, I like the brand of baseball out there. Um, we know there's tons of athletes in Cali. We also know there's tons of schools in Cali as well, but we're prepared to compete with them. We're prepared to compete with them. Um, like I said, we recruit aggressively. So, you know, if we haven't contacted you, reach out to us. We turn every stone. You know, we check all emails. We try to review all video. You know, so reach out. You know, we'll reply. You know, we definitely want California kids. We definitely want California kids. We're uh, actually very high on a California kid right now. Actually, um, this kid, his name is Michael Cunningham. He's from Cali, from LA. So we're actively trying to get him to commit to Xavier as well. His mom actually went to Tulane and ran track. So yeah, but hopefully that can break the Cali seal for us. You know what I'm saying? Hope we can pop that seal and get an overflow of Cali guys in here after that. You
I
know, it's a
got
lot
some,
of
Cole. I got some that came to that showcase. It was about a handful that I definitely got to put in front of your face. That can play
okay.
alphas, pitchers, yeah. So I'll try to. But you right, because I got another, one that can play, but he like he don't want to come to HBCU. He don't want to come down south, like you say. You know what I'm saying? And he can really, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's hit or miss. A lot of it's HBCUs are not big. I'm out there like it should be.
Right.
So.
Right. And
But
that's what I found too. That's what I found too, D. A lot of the Cali kids are just not knowledgeable of the HBCU scene. It's because
exactly.
it's not many on the West Coast, you know.
Right. Right.
You know.
Right. I mean, I just talked to a dad yesterday. He's like, I don't mind HBCUs, man, but we got to come way out to the south. You know what I mean? You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And
yeah,
I
yeah,
literally was talking to from the Bay Area about this. So
yeah.
yesterday, and it is what it is, man. So, how was the weight room, coach?
How's Oh, the weight room is nice. Yeah, the weight room is nice, man. We have a nice little weight facility inside our convocation center, which is our basketball arena, which is rated the #1 arena in all of NAIA. So we have great facilities. Like I tell kids all the time, don't get caught up on D1. Don't get caught up on D1. A lot of kids are D1 or bust, but I mean, it's a lot of NAIA schools that have just as nice facilities as Division I schools. And Xavier is one that I can attest for, that I personally witness every day with my own eyes. We have facilities that are just as good or better than most of your Division Ones. Like I said, our basketball arena is rated the #1 arena in all of NAI, and so our weight room sits inside of that convocation center. And
Why?
then we have
Why?
a and then we have another weight room in the rec center too.
You got two weight rooms. You got two weight rooms. You said, coach. Coach, I think we may be experiencing a little difficulties over there. He'll pop back in, and maybe on my side. Let me see. I'm and then he's sticking over there. All right, here we go. I'm gonna get them back in. All right, coach, I got you.
Okay.
Yeah, but I was saying you got two weight rooms, coach.
Yeah. We have one that's for strictly athletics, and then we have one in the recreation center that's in the fitness room, and it's a nice weight room. That weight room is actually bigger than the athletic weight room. Actually, both are pretty nice.
All right. Alumni been asking about gear. All right.
Yeah.
Who picked the uniforms, coach? You picked the uniforms.
Yeah, I did, man. I picked the uniforms. I designed them myself. With a little input from our athletic director. I have to give him credit for the gold hats. He wanted an all gold hat. I was skeptical about the all gold hat, at one point. Then I was like, well, you know what? Let me just, let's give what boss said a shot. And the gold hats came out beautiful, amazing. Um, and so yeah, but I designed everything. And the socks was my little twist. I kind of snuck that past my AD. So, but
They look good.
he's a great, yeah. So I had to do the socks, man. I remember when I watching the College World Series a couple years ago when Michigan had the socks, had the fire socks with the M on it. And I was
Mm.
like, man, when I get a
Mm.
chance, I'm gonna get some of them socks too one day.
What
Yeah,
what's I loving it. That's the main the whole get up, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I was like, okay, coach, all right. I saw you roll in when you came in the showcase in Alabama. The regular gear looked good, you know what I'm saying? And then when I saw the uniforms, I was like, yeah, I'm feeling those. You know what I'm saying? Feeling those.
hey
Yeah.
man, you look good, feel good, play good, baby. I'm a firm
Facts.
believer in that.
Facts. Facts.
And
Yes.
you
Yes.
know, I like guys to be comfortable and loose and to play their game. Because I'm a firm believer if kids are relaxed and they trust you and they're comfortable in their own skin, that
Mm,
they develop better. You know, they
mm,
develop quicker. You know what I'm saying?
mm.
Because that level of trust and that comfort is there, so they're able to receive information better. You know, and they're able to play better when they're able to play freely. Um, and me and my boy Ronnie Richardson, I discovered that when me and him coached together in the Northwoods for the summer. You know, we had in a league full of Power Five guys. You know, we were able to lead the Northwoods in stolen bases, batting averages, you know, home runs for a while, and we just let guys play free. You know, we just let them be themselves, and you know, and tweak where we needed to tweak. And man, you know, the results were like wow. And so that's always been my philosophy. So you know, if I, you know, I always want to look good in the uniform. I always want to, you know, let the guys have some of the things they want. You know, we got some funky little cleats, you know, and you know, I'm just a firm believer when guys feel good and they're looking good, man. You know, you're gonna play good.
Facts, man. Lauren says we attract a lot of Cali students. Coach Calhoun jumped on, said my two great guys on here. Shout out to Coach. All right. Um, Shantae said, bet CA needs some HBCU love out there. All right. My boy Herman says, Coach, there's a lot of talent here in Texas, especially in H Town.
Definitely,
Facts. Yes, I'm dying to get out there, man. So, you know,
definitely.
yeah, we was talking about that. Yeah, how New Orleans to Houston? How far is that?
Like 5 hours.
5. Yeah, I was thinking that too. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Ain't bad. Um. So, Coach, man. So, speaking of, D1 and did what are I want to get back to this. I didn't even ask that. We talk about, are there any unique challenges at the NAI level, recruiting wise?
Yeah, man. You know, just getting the top kids. You know, get convincing the top talent to buy in to not going D1. That's the biggest challenge of the NAIA world. Um, but as you see around the landscape, you know, the top teams in the NAIA are full of Division I transfers
Mm, mm,
or top-notch JUCO transfers. So
mm.
for you for your kids out there and your parents out there, just check the landscape of the NAIA right now, and it'll show you that it's not D1 or bust. You know, you can play in the NAIA and play against some of the best talent in the world. Um, it's definitely just as good as Division I nowadays. The pitching, I mean, you're gonna find some hitters, man. You're gonna find some teams in the NAIA, man, that are just lights out all the way around. I mean, let me look at your Tennessee Wesleyans. That's number one in the nation right now. I think are they undefeated still or lost one game? You know, it's crazy. You know, and you know those guys are legit, and they have a lot of D1 transfers and a lot of top JUCO transfers there, man. And so, you know, it's not D1 a bust. You know, that's just the narrative we want to scratch, man. And, you know, and let these kids and these parents know that you can go to an NAIA, you can go to a D2 and get a great education and play some really really good baseball and go to the next level.
And I think that's what the dilemma, like, because sometimes NAIA, you get the stigma of it's not an NCAA regulated. I love that if you could kind of explain the difference of those. But on the flip side, they also think that is like less of an education aspect of it too. But you're proving that obviously to be wrong. That with Xavier, being the academic school that it is. So if you could, like, I mean, obviously you answered D1 a bus, but if you could separate, because automatically NAI, I just learned about NAI myself about 4 or 5 years ago. But it is almost like a letdown. It's like it's not even Division 2, Division 3, it's NAIA. So it's like almost a, like really bad letdown of, man, it must not be good brand of baseball. And I know you're talking about Tennessee Wesleyans and all of that and your program, but tell the difference between the NCAA and NCAA, NAIA. Lord have mercy.
Um, I mean, it's really nothing, bro. It's really population. That's campus population
Mm-hmm.
and the rules and regulation of the sanctioned sports. That's about it. So I'll tell you, like, in NEI, we can pinch run for the catcher. We have a mercy rule for 10 runs after 7 innings in a 9 inning game, 10 runs after 5 in a 7 inning game. That's about it. It's about the only difference between NCAA and NEI and the recruiting. NCAA has a dead period where they can't actively recruit. NEI doesn't have any dead period.
And what about the
That's
amount of scholarships too, Coach? Can you tell the difference
oh
between
yeah, yeah,
which is huge, right? I mean,
yeah. 12 for NEI, I think 11.7 for NCAA. So it's not very much of a difference even on the scholarship amount. You know, um, That's it, man. But the biggest difference is really school population, school size. That's it. Some of the NCAA, I think you have to have a certain population to be classified as a Division One. But like I said, some of the Division Ones are small as well, and then you have some NAI that have a large population. That may not be that much smaller than a Division One. You know.
mm-hmm. But Don Gibbs said, great program. My son Donovan at XU now with Coach Holloway. Glad to be a part of the history after 61 years. Academics, baseball, off the chain. Go to XU. All right. There you go.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Like I said, Donovan Gibson is one of our kids, one of a few of our kids, um, that's going to be a doctor.
Mm,
So he's playing college baseball, get to live his dream of playing college baseball, and when he leaves us, he's going on to medical school, man. We have several
mm,
kids on the roster. Yeah, and we have several kids on the roster that are on that track.
mm,
Whether it's medical school or pharmacy school, we have several kids on the roster that are on that track, man. And that's another thing. The difference between D1 and NEI is not much of a difference because Xavier is ranked in the top 5 in the entire state of Louisiana out of all the colleges as far as academics. We're top 5. So that means Tulane, LSU, Xavier's right up there with them.
mm.
And as far as the HBCUs go, out of all the HBCUs, even the Division One HBCUs, we're ranked number 3. And so it's Howard, then Spelman, and then Xavier when it comes to academics for the top HBCUs.
Mm,
And
mm.
we're top 5 in the state of Louisiana among all colleges.
There you go. All right. So speaking of that, academic requirements. All right. Since it's such an academic school, what are the basic requirements that are needed? And if I want to kind of get some academic help, what are some of those, potentially numbers that I may need? So what's the requirements that's needed to get into Xavier?
Well, from what I've seen, uh, just to get in Xavier, you're probably going to need nothing under a 2.8 GPA and maybe a 19 on your ACT or an equivalent SAT score. All right. And for academic money, you're probably going to need 3.4, 3.5 around that range. I'll just say it's around a 3.5 GPA with a 20 plus on your ACT or equal score on the SAT.
Mm.
And that usually gets kids some academic money to go along with that.
Okay, cool. The when it comes to recruiting, I'm talking with you the other day. I know the style of play, but for those parents that just obviously you want all talent to come and evaluate here and there, but can you what's a Coach Holloway style of play type of team?
Fast, aggressive, smart, fundamentally sound, and you must hit. I tell guys all the time, I joke with my guys all the time, like, man, you can't hit, you can't be in the lineup. And that's just the way of the world in the college baseball world. Everybody's good in college baseball, and let's dispel that right now. HBCU, NAIA, JUCO, D2, D1 is college baseball. Everybody can play.
Mm,
Everybody can play. Listen to that, families.
mm,
Everybody can play. All
mm,
right.
mm,
Everywhere we go, we see talent. All right. I don't care who we're playing. They have some talent.
Mm.
So for us, you gotta hit. You gotta hit, because if you can't hit, you can't score runs. All right. Um, we look for athletic guys, because we like speed. Because in the game of baseball, that speed just brings out another element. It takes you to another level. Um, and we look for guys that's going to play the game smart. Baseball IQ is important. Fundamentally sound, making routine plays. In college baseball, you got to make the routine plays. The hard plays are a bonus, but you got to make the routine plays. All right. um, and that's it, man. That's it. We try to play a complete game. If you look at our stats over this season, if you watched us play, you'll see we're kind of sound all the way around. That's pitching, hitting, and defensively. And so that's what we look for. We just look for complete ball players that can play ball.
I think what you're trying to say, which I like, is that you know, because nobody may necessarily hear of Xavier before, and you're 61 years not playing, and so I think a lot of parents think like, oh, my son, if they don't work out anywhere, he could just go play. You know what I'm saying? At an Xavier. You know what I'm saying? I know you get that. When you have been getting it, and I'm sure you do get that. So because you made it a point to say, what I'm saying, like everybody could play in college baseball, right? Because I'm sure you get that a lot, coach. Like, oh, my son there, look here and there, he can play, and just because they think you're Xavier, NAIA program and just started, that you just taking all comers. You know what I'm saying? Is that
Yeah.
do you feel like you run into that, man?
Oh man, all the times, man, all the time. And I get it. I understand. You know what I mean? A lot of people um, are not abreast or educated on the business side of it. So yeah. We get that a lot. We get that a lot. But at the end of the day, we're trying to build something special here. And I'm all about giving kids opportunities. I am. Um, I'm all about supporting our African Americans in baseball as well, because those numbers are way too low. We do play baseball, and we do play baseball well. So I do actively recruit African American kids. And this is a special place in my heart, um, to help bring the game back to our community, man. I'll say this: the game has never left our community, so I want to dispel that rumor as well. The game has never left the African American community. We've been priced out, in certain areas, with the expensive travel ball and elite showcases and camps and stuff like that. That's why I recruit the way I recruit. I try to hit the road when I can. I try to reach out to all my contacts. I try to listen to everyone who brings me something to the table. I just try to turn every stone. Because I feel like you know we have this platform, you know and when we're in a position with a platform and a voice, you know we should do our part, um, to help educate the masses, and to continue to grow the game, and to bring the game back to a high level in our community.
I think I was talking to a few front office people in MLB, and and then you came to the one out in Alabama. You saw 90 kids, and I want what 90% of them was, what I'm saying, was African American. 80 to 90% of them was African American that can play. You know what I'm saying? I say a lot, about
Yeah,
20% of those, 30% of those kids can really, really play. You know what I'm saying? Solid players.
yeah,
So the numbers is there. It's just a disconnect between that, youth level, and getting to the D1s, or college, or just college in general, on up to the league. You know what I'm saying? And it's just some little
yeah,
disconnect that's going on over there. I don't. I'm in it. You know what I'm saying? I'm at the ground level. You know what I'm saying? Bringing coaches like you over there to my showcases and stuff like that to see the talent that's there. But there is some type of disconnect that's going on, and I'm trying to put a pulse on it. I'm asking front office dudes up at MLB, like, what's going on. Everybody feels like, because they always want to say, like you said, they're not playing. They are playing. They're out here. The
yes,
youth levels. You know what
yes,
I'm saying? They're out here.
yes.
So I don't know. We it is what it is. But you doing your thing, man, and I want to commit. I want to let me get this comment in here too, real fast. Deva says I want to commend you, coach, on having so many black kids on his roster. Even a lot of HBCUs, that is not the case. All right. Um, so you out here, hardcore. I mean, to have 11 states represented, new program, Hawaii, Dominican and PR. So you're getting the Latino brothers out there too. So you know what I mean? Like what I mean, it got to be you out there hitting the pavement hard out there. I mean, and I seen it firsthand at the showcase in Alabama. You was off. Everybody was on one side. Coach Stubbs said what's up too. He was on. He was on earlier. He said what's up. He said you big time out there doing your thing out there. Coach Stanley Stubbs out there. But I meant to tell you, yeah,
That's my boy.
yeah. He's like
That's my
big time.
dude.
Yup. But those guys on one side, you was on some other, like kind of just on some like you and your man, your assistant coach over there was like on some, I peaked that as an evaluator, and not to say like the mother guys ain't doing their thing and all of that, it's all love, but I felt like you had like a different plan, like a different focus. Was that by choice, or was it just like, this is what you do, but it was like you had the coaches over here and you was on your own side, just kind of evaluating on your own, and it wasn't just what you knew what you was looking for at that place, or what? You know what I'm saying? Like, is that your style? I peeped that, man. I saw you.
Yeah, man. I just try to give these kids, what I'm saying, the attention, man, that they deserve. And I just wanted to focus in on those guys, man, and get a good, true look at them. 'Cause I know a lot of kids, man, they just get overlooked. You know,
Mm,
a
mm,
lot of kids are, they don't jump off the page at you. Sometimes we overlook kids. I mean, they're not jumping off the page with a 6.360 or 90 mile an hour velo across the diamond, or 90 mile an hour exit velo. Sometimes we just miss those guys. So when I'm at showcases like that, man, especially when they're African American kids there, who I know might not have the exposure as some other kids. Yeah, I try to give them that little extra attention and a true evaluation that they deserve.
mm.
And get the parents, spending money, trying to invest in their children, invest in their futures, man. I truly respect that, man, because I know, the grind that my father and my mother, you know, went through to invest in me to get me where I am. So, I just try to help these parents, man, get a return on their investment, man. And if I can just give my time and my attention to help them get that return on their investment, man, that's the least I can do.
Man, I love that, man, because like you said, you may not actively recruit the kid, but if you just say a comment to, you know what I'm saying, that's the power that you guys have. Um, at these showcases or tournaments that you go to, it could be one word. Hey, I like that play you made, or something like that. It'll make a kid. It'll make a kid's year, or career. You know what I'm saying? It was dads
Absolutely.
that reached out to me over there after that Alabama one. It was like, yo, so and so coach said, two words to my son. And we've been the crazy amount of showcases, and that's the first time a coach has said anything to my son. He's like, even if it was just a good job or something like that, he was like, yo, that meant the world to him, coach. They called me to tell me, like, thank you for having y'all there. You know what I'm saying? Just to give those little, you know what I'm saying? Because you may not want the kid, but you may add another year or two more to him wanting to play. You know what I mean? When he feels like, he's giving up on it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all have that power, right? You feel like that
Yeah,
sometimes, coach?
absolutely. As like I said, man, we have a large platform, man. Um, and whether we want to accept it or not, man, we're in the public eye, man. We're public figures, and and shoot, just as a coach, period. Kids look up to us. Our words count. Our words matter. You know, and that's why we have to be careful what we're saying, and and careful how we carry ourselves, around these kids, because they're watching. They're watching everything we do. They're listening to everything we say. They're hanging on to every word we say. So yeah, man. I mean, I always try to make a conscious effort, man, to interact with kids when I'm around them. Ask them how they doing. Give them a pound. Give them a high five. Tell them good job. So Yeah, man, that's what I'm all about, man. And my buddies that I have in this coaching world, man, they're like that too, man. You know, guys like Stubbs and Bates over at Russ, Whittle at Stillman. You know, those guys from Lemoyne on Kennard and his brother, the Clark brothers. Um, Man, you know, all those guys, man. You know, I can't name everybody, but all y'all brothers know, man. You know, I got a lot of respect for all these HBCU coaches out there, man. You know, they do a good job. You know, when I see those guys that showcasing stuff, man, you know, they interact with kids and they compliment kids, man, and you can see the effect that it has, the positive effect that it has on those young guys.
Facts. All right. Mark says, what part of New Orleans is XU located? Man, I hate they weren't around last year. Mark's kid is a J junior JC kid, JUCO kid.
Mm, yeah, yeah, we're right in the Carrollton area, right off I-10. Basically, the school is almost right under the I-10 overpass, right in the Carrollton area, um, maybe a few blocks away from the Holly Grove neighborhood, and about 5 minutes from downtown. So we're almost centrally located in the city. Like we're almost right downtown. Like we can see the Superdome from campus.
I'm about to call myself out, but I remember them Xavier ladies over there back in those New Orleans days. I remember that whole, yeah, I remember that downtown New Orleans. Way back in the day, way back in the day, way back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, man. Yeah, I remember them days. Yeah, that's beautiful out there. Campus and what's in the campus, yes. But anyway, the man, so schedule, you know, how you guys travel. What are some of the locations? Where y'all playing, man? I know you was out there last time I talked to you. Was out there, I think Mississippi, and man, where you guys? Cynthia. But I know, Cynthia. I know. I need to stay away from y'all, man. I'm Louisiana women, boy. That was back in the day, though. Way back in the day. Anyway, but where y'all guys playing, man? You know what I'm saying? Where y'all playing at?
Yeah, we're all over the southeast, man. You know, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama. We're going to South Carolina this weekend to play at Voorhees College. Um, oh, and Tennessee. I think we'll be in Tennessee next Tuesday at Lane College. Um,
So that's a D
yeah,
two
man.
school.
So
Y'all playing D2 schools then, huh?
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And so
Okay.
next year we'll play a lot in Texas next year because we're moving to the Red River Athletic Conference, and that conference is consists of all Texas and Louisiana schools.
Let me ask you this. So, like Elaine, if I'm not mistaken, I had Coach Barber on the show before. He's been to a few of my showcases too. But that's not an NIA program, right? If I'm not mistaken, right?
No, no, they're NCAA Division two.
So you play NCAA teams, right? Not just NAIA teams, right?
Yeah, yeah. And next year we'll play some D1, some NCAA D1s next year.
Wow. See, I didn't know that. Even me, I ain't know that. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Wow. Okay. So you getting the D1. Next year you playing D1s, D2s, right? Plus the NIA
And
schedule,
NAIA. Yep.
right? So I'm trying to figure out, you know what I'm saying? Like what, and you getting a top notch education, right? So I'm trying to figure out what somebody got to say. You know what I'm saying, right? I don't know, coach. You tell me, man. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So
Exactly. You get the best of both worlds here, man. Academics and athletics with no problem.
hmm. um, Mark says, what does Coach Holloway look for in players when he's recruiting them?
Well, number one is character. You know, we look for high character guys. Number two is academics. We look for guys who can maintain here at Xavier with this rigorous course load here. Um, and then number three, we just look for, like you said, baseball IQ, um, fundamentally sound, you know, athletic ability, you know what I'm saying, and can he hit?
All right. Is XU on Twitter? Matter of fact, while we here, let's knock down. How you want it. Like, let's just say, these parents are listening in and still listening. I appreciate it. If they want to reach you, man, what's the best way? Is it Twitter, email, what, Coach?
Yeah, yeah, we are on Twitter. Um, you can look up Xavier Athletics on Twitter and Xavier Baseball on Twitter as well. And we also on Instagram and Facebook. On Instagram is Xavier Baseball, Xavier Athletics on Twitter as well. And same thing for Facebook.
All right. So is that the
Yeah.
best way that you want to see, um, any type of film?
Well, you can send it to my email, and that's AHOLLOWA at xula.edu. That's the best way to send your film to me.
So it's AHOLLOWA,
Yep.
not no Y,
No Y.
at XU.
LA.edu.
All right. So here's the email to Coach Holloway if you have film on your son. All right. Here, reach out to him. Okay. Up and coming program doing this thing. That's why I wanted him to come back on. Me and another follower of mine, we was on the phone talking about you the other day, Coach, and he was talking about how well you were doing. And I said, yeah, I know he winning games a little bit, but I ain't necessarily know how many until I looked it up. And I was like, damn, he balling for real. So I was like, that's when I reached out to you the other day just to congratulate you, man, because it very well could be on the opposite. Usually you take over programs and brand, right? You know what I'm saying? It's hard to win out the gate. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I wanted to
Yeah.
make it a point, right? Am I right or wrong, right? Most of the times dudes take some tough L's and in the first few seasons taking over programs, but you hit the ground running. Right.
Yeah, man. Like I said, it's just been a blessing, man. We've been able to have this success early. Um, like I said, our pitching staff has really carried us along the way. And like I said, our pitching coach, Jeff De La Concha, does a great job preparing those guys every day. They work their butts off. They work extremely hard. Coach De La Concha, he kills them, bring them back to life. He kill them again and bring them back to life again. But on game day, they show up and they toe that rubber, man, and man, they bring out the dogs, man. I mean,
Mm,
I'm very impressed with our pitching staff. Like I said, that testament goes to Coach Jeff De La Concha. He's our
mm,
pitching coach, man. And he's been a blessing to us as well. And just got those guys throwing that ball, man. And all we have to do is just play behind them. We have a chance every day. If we play, but I always tell our guys before every game, hey, these pitchers are going to go out. They're going to throw their butts off for you. We got to back them up, and we got to give them some runs. And if we do that, man, we've been able to be successful in every game, man. All we have to do is back our pitchers up, score a few runs, man, and they've been holding us down.
listen now. David says playing D1 and D2 competition. That means more exposure for kids. Don't sleep on the NAIA level, parents. All right. Um, these facts. I mean, that's facts. Um, but when you a humble individual, as I know, you kind of always win. Plus, you a hell of a recruiter. I think that's my boy Calhoun said that right there. All right. Um, sound like something he would
Thank,
say.
thank
So
you, man. I appreciate that, bro.
no fact,
That's
fact.
Calhoun, you said?
I, I, it sounds like him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Okay.
um, I can't reach out. I can't get it fast enough. It's on my other page, and the user name don't come up sometimes. I have to be on there, but it sounds like something he would say. So I'm gonna go on and
Yeah.
just let him say it, and I'm gonna hear it if it ain't him. But listen, Coach, man, I know you finished up a practice and you want to get. Yeah, it is Calhoun. So yeah, I want to make sure that if you could take us out on the message, man, because I'm gonna put your email back up there. If you take us on a good message, give me 1 second, Coach. So for everybody I know I had issues. It may rain or something in Arkansas. I haven't had um, the. I don't know for certain if the weather is going. Coach, we having a showcase next weekend again. I told you earlier. I get that link out to you for the live streaming aspect, and I get you those kids. That can play info to you that I see at the showcase. Um, the so tomorrow the link I have given a discount for the first 2 weeks of the showcase. All right. So tomorrow is 10 days left before the showcase happens. So I would bump it up to the normal price. But I've given you guys discounts on the showcase leading up to today. So you basically got to 12 o'clock today to pay the discounted rate. But after tomorrow, I'm going to go up to normal price, what I've been charging most of these parents out here for the showcase. So make sure you sign up for that. We will adjust if it's rain or anything like that. I know Friday so far I haven't been able to see what's going to look like on Saturday, but I will let you guys know about indoor or even changing it to Sunday if available. I will let you guys know ahead of time. The We're locking down Florida and Texas as we speak. I spoke to the guy over in Texas. Coach, when your season in over there, Coach? I know you want to go deep as hell, but if you go deep, when you looking like?
I think the World Series is over on June 1st, maybe. So like June, like the 1st of June.
Okay. We'll see. Maybe running into that time frame, but we we working on Florida and Texas as we speak. I got a semi-field for Florida. I'm looking at one more opportunity before I post that for next month. I talked to my guy there in H-Town. We're looking at Houston. Should be locked down hopefully in the next few days. All right. So anyway, that's my time. We're talking about that. Tomorrow I will not be on tomorrow, but I will be on Friday. All right. So I will not be on tomorrow, but I will be on Friday to keep these messages coming. We'll have Kevin Whiteside of Jackson State, recruiting coordinator, coming on Monday. We got my boy Franklin from South Connecticut State, which is a Division I school up there in Connecticut, coming on, assistant coach up there, young brother doing his thing up there, coming on preferably on Wednesday. I'm hoping, and we're just keeping this ball rolling. So anyway, that's the announcements. Coach, if you could, thank you for your time again, Coach Holloway. Congratulations on your season. If you could take us out on a great message, man.
Yeah, man. I say, man, look, parents, be informed, be educated on the process. Kids, be informed, be educated on the process as well. Go where you want it, not where you want to go. Make sure you're making an educated decision on where you go. Make sure you fit. Make sure it fits you as well. Um, Keep God first, academics, and good character, and be a great teammate, and you'll go far in life.
Man, I ain't gotta say no more. Reach out to this man, up and coming program. If you got speed and you can hit, all right. If you can really, really hit now, all right. Reach out to this man as he's building his roster out here, man. He ain't playing around out here. He's showing y'all from Hawaii to Dominican to PR and everything in between. He's showing y'all his reach. He's showing he's showing how he step out hard over there. All right, it ain't just Louisiana, Texas. He going hard all over the damn country over there. I love it, man. So keep going, coach, man. Proud of you, my dude, man. I'll be in touch, man. Keep this ball rolling, man. All right, so parents, I'll see you 4 p.m. on Friday. Let's reach out to my man, Coach. Like I said, with these emails and videos, man. Oklahoma, Texas, Cali, all of that, man. He gonna check them out. All right. Peace and love, Coach Holloway. Thank you, my brother. Thank you for coming on, sir.
Appreciate you, brother. Anytime.
All right, my dude. See y'all 4 p.m. Friday.
Yes, sir.
Thanks, Coach.
Yes, sir.